Hello, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me today. If you are new here, welcome. If you are not new here, welcome back, motherfucker. I've been waiting for you. It's about time. Yeah, I know. Trust me. I'm trying to do better about releasing videos. It's not exactly your fault. I just had a lot of shit going on. But I'm here, and today we are going to talk about, you guessed it, we're going to talk about another alpha male coach that is out there swimming in the fucking seas of the world and trying to convince people that his knowledge based off of past experiences is worth $500, $1,000 for his online classes. It's kind of like a Logan Paul, Jake Paul moment, whichever one of those stupid fucks like try to sell people a internet service of how to get as popular and famous as them. Let me start off by saying that your past experiences are knowledge that people can benefit from. I'm not entirely shitting on the fact that people become life coaches and shit, and they use, some of their past experiences as ambition to pursue that life career and help others. That's totally doable. But the difference between people such as life coaches and people who are like these alpha male dating coaches that you find on the internet is the fact that these life coaches are 100% fucking certified to do that. They go to school, they study, they learn from proper legitimate mentors, and they pass on their findings to their clients. Okay? These alpha male dating coaches bother the fuck out of me out here on the internet because they're not certified. They're certified because they say so. 9 out of 10. They're just out here teaching people what they know from their past experiences, but they're not they're not professionals. It's like me learning how to do a hobby and learning from YouTube tutorials and internet tutorials and reading just a small portion of research and being like, oh, you want to learn how to do this? Well, I've been on the internet for 5 hours straight just learning about it. I'm an expert. It's just like stupid shit like that. You know what I'm trying to say. There's people that actually go to school so they can actually be like, yeah, I'm a certified life coach. I'm a certified dating coach. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Then there's people out there that are like, gee, my girlfriend of fucking 3 months just broke up with me. I know everything about dating. It just cracks me the fuck up. There is this guy named King Dre on YouTube. I discovered him on TikTok as King Dreism or Dreism. I came across his account because there were so many people on TikTok bashing him about his content being misogynistic, sexist, the full 9 yards of naysay against women, females, individuals with vaginas. When I was looking at his videos, I couldn't help agree with people that were coming after him because it's easy to spot a misogynistic naysayer of women when you see one. It's really not that fucking hard. It's just straight up hate and negativity because I don't know. For some fucking reason, we women have to be outed and cornered and shamed and targeted for several fucking things in regards to not only our bodies, but I guess the way that we date, because we're all the fucking same. What happened is so many people are coming after him that for a good moment, I'm not entirely sure how long because I wasn't really babysitting his account, he actually closed off his account from the public on TikTok and then reopened it, and now he's posting his content again. I guess he was just kind of waiting for the heat to die down on some of the videos that gained attention. I just appreciate it when alpha male coaches, whatever the fuck, in that cesspool are called out and brought attention to, because I feel to be quite honest, they do more harm than they do good. There's also a cesspool, unfortunately, of men or young boys or, from the ages, I don't know, nowadays kids have access to the internet at fucking 6 years old. So which is really scary because that means they're more easily influenced and they're starting to get out there and view shit like this. But anyways, from, let's just say 10 years old and up, there is unfortunately a set of males out there, because his target audience are men, boys, males, whatever. There's a pool out there of males that are so easily influenced just because, I don't know, they're so desperate for information or advice, and they go anywhere looking for it and accept it anywhere, or they're like, you know, don't know any better to kind of validate somebody and their expertise. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a reason scammers are still alive today. It's because there are still people out there that can easily be preyed upon. There are still people out there that, you know, see a link and the headline of the advertisement is, you know, like King Dre, like, oh, wanna get sex all the fucking time, no matter what, without fail? Click here and learn how, 6 easy steps. Bullshit like that, right? Now, you and me know that when we see shit like that, it's too good to be true. It's bullshit in any form, you know, like, oh, grow your hair within a month using this product. Click now, get your free trial. You know what I mean? With anything. We know shit's too good to be true. We understand the reality of situations. So we don't fall for advertising like that, or spammy advertising like that. But unfortunately, we know that the reason those headlines still exist and companies and individuals out there find it so easy to scam people to this day is because there are people out there who still fall for it and keep them alive, enter their credit card information and get fucking charged like thousands of dollars at fucking Target or something. I feel like with alpha male coach and dating coaches and stuff, when they're not actually valid and like legitimate experts who have like any criteria that is like on an actual piece of paper, like they've actually studied to pass on advice to people and help them, I feel like they just are another form of scam. They're just scammers themselves. They know what they're doing. They make it seem like they're in it to help people and that they're not trying to take your money at all. But we all know the fucking truth. At the end of the day, they build their socials so they can prey on people, and they seem tough and know what they're doing just so they can make a quick fucking buck and get by. And it works, and they repeat the cycle. It hurts me, to be quite honest, to see how easily influenced people are. And that's what I mean. Sometimes they do more bad than good because they reel these people in and they're trying to make money off of them, but they're also not understanding that this get up they're presenting, I know what I'm talking about with dating, blah, 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 blah. And like when they give them these people this shit advice, they're also creating more males that end up just hating on women and mistreating them and doing all sorts of fucking negative shit because their advice is unrealistic, it's unvalid, it's not certified, and it's fucking diminishing women. And if you don't believe me, now that I've gotten that out, let me show you what I'm fucking talking about, okay? I just got some coffee because I know I'm gonna need the energy to muster through this bullshit. I was gonna say, if you guys have not had the Vietnamese coffee from 85 Degree Bakery, it is fucking delicious and super strong. Anyways, his video titles are obviously clickbait. First one I clicked on was, she cheated on you with your best friend. Here's what you do. 8-minute long video. And before I click on it, I remember when I was watching it, the number one thing that fucking bothered me about it was the fact that there was so much fucking background noise. I don't know if the people he's talking to are his friends and family, or if I am gonna assume they're like his clients or his students.
Recently I just got through a breakup, and it was actually pretty tragic. She cheated on me with my best friend, right?
Oh, shit. A white girl?
Huh?
A white girl?
Yeah.
Okay, so that right there, like, Off the fucking bat, like how long have we been into the video? Fucking barely 20 seconds. At 20 seconds, he's like, was it a white girl? And he says, I'm gonna let him say it for himself.
Yeah.
Hey, look, hold on, stop. Y'all remember last week we was just talking about that, right? Them white girls fucking your best friend and shit. But go ahead, bro.
Look, I know I don't need to get back with her and stuff.
What you like about it? Hey, you gotta turn your phone down.
Okay, yeah, I got you. Is that better?
What you like about her? I still can hear myself.
She's everything. Like she has all the same interests as me. So like, I'm one that likes to like hang out, watch Netflix. You know, go to the beach, just chill, go out to bars, breweries, stuff like that.
So she's just a regular person, like anybody else.
Well, yeah, I guess. But
It's the fucking false information. I don't give a fuck what you say. White girls are not known for primarily cheating. I'm sorry, there is no ethnicity or like anything to do with the color of your skin in regards to like cheating. If you're full of yourself, if you're narcissistic, you cheat on people. It's a personality trait. It's nothing to do with your fucking background. So that bothered me. The fact that he follows it up with, yeah, I remember we were talking about that last week. So you know for a fact, like he's telling people who are taking in his service, like, yes, white girls cheat. That's just stupid. Just think about it. When people cheat, it's because they're self-absorbed. They believe they can have best of both worlds, whether it's male or female. They believe that with their current partner that they have the stability, they have that relationship, the memories. And then with another person, they have that wild side, that fling, that, ooh, look at me, like I'm being sneaky as fuck and cheating on my, my significant other. There's really people out there that exist, but it's personality. It's all in how they were raised, in their manners and their respect to people. It's got nothing to do with their color. I think something else that like really made me cringe was the fact that Ben over here is like, because he's, Dre's like, oh, what do you like about him? And he's like, oh, like we get a beer, hang out, watch Netflix and shit. Like describing all the common interests that him and his ex-girlfriend had that drew them to each other in the beginning and why they went out. And he totally, Dre totally, basically slaps that shit out of his hand. And he's like, oh, so she's, basic or something. Like, she's like every other girl on this planet. And while I do agree with that, at the same time, you can't really find somebody that just wants to have a beer and chill, watch Netflix with you and do nothing or whatever your common interests are, because people are different. Everybody's different. It's really hard to find people sometimes that just want to be homebodies with you or do certain things with you, because nowadays people just want to go out and party or do this or that, depending on your age and shit and on the spectrum or whatever. But he's like, yeah, there's a billion girls in this world that could do that with you. And the guy was just like, oh, okay. And then what made me crack up is he's saying like, yeah, anybody could do that. But then even Dre himself later on goes to list just basic shit too that anybody can learn to do or master.
You shouldn't be thinking about her. Now, I just asked you, what's so good about her? And you just named basic shit. It's 5 billion women on the planet. And they all sit there and watch Netflix with you and go to pubs and drink beer with you if they like you. Every last one of them. That's not special.
Yeah, for sure.
That's not special.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
if the bitch can, lead you to the rainbow with a pot of gold, and you can find a pot of gold at the end, or she can do like a triple backflip in the air and, plant a money tree in the backyard or some shit like that, I would try to reason with you, but there's nothing special about her. She's a dirtbag.
He's like, yeah, she does a backflip or a handstand or something. I can understand that. Well, shit, I did not know that being able to do a somersault or a fucking handstand differentiated you from a billion women out there, because I feel like personally there's a bunch of talents out there that definitely top having a beer, watching Netflix together, doing a handstand and a backflip. You get what I'm trying to say. There's definitely other shit out there that is a little more amazing than doing a handstand or a backflip. Even that in itself is fucking basic. I used to do that when I was a fucking kid. We all did. I used to do that shit back then. And even though I'm fucking 22, I feel like I'm too old to do that shit now. But who the fuck is out here can you do a backflip? How about a handstand? No? Alright, I ain't interested. Hey, can you do anything? And then who am I to even ask that? I can't fucking do that shit. If somebody came up to me and was like, hey, can you do a backflip? No. How about a handstand? I could do one in the pool. I could do one in a swimming pool. How about that? Nah, it's gotta be like out of the pool. Ah, shit, nah, I can't do that. I guess that just sucks for me. It just narrows my chances of being able to date people. The next video that I watched that I wanted to point something out was his video called Attract 101, How to Attract Women, Mouthpiece and Cold Shoulder, I believe. According to him, cold approach and mouthpiece is like a part of his online service. It's like his personal identifier for being attractive. Like if you want to learn how to be attractive, this would be like a part of the categories to master, I guess. So I don't know.
My Attraction 101 course, real quick, where I take a deep dive in teaching you how to attract women. I go in depth on the basis of a woman's attraction and why they are attracted to the things that they're attracted to. A scientific approach. So this ain't my opinions. These are facts. But
keep in mind, guys, scientific approach. These are not his opinions. These are just facts. So, all right, okay.
we'll go in depth on, putting cheese on the trap, so to speak, putting the worm on the fish, using the bait and things like that.
Putting the worm on the fish. I actually really like that. Worm on the fish. No need for bait. Worm on the fish.
Another important part of your mouthpiece when it comes to dating and women is cold approaching. Yeah, we're going to touch on cold approaching. A lot of you guys overcomplicate the whole cold approaching thing, man. It's like, oh, hey, King Dre, what do I say to the woman? How do I approach her? What do I say? What do I talk about? It's not that complicated, fam.
Literally, the only piece of advice here, the only one that I agree with is how he says right here, get over the fear of rejection. The worst thing that can happen is a no. And I agree with that. The worst thing that can happen is you get rejected and you're told no. And the best thing to do about it is to respect that person's answer and their boundaries and move on. If it's not written in the stars, if it's not meant to be, it's not going to happen, babe. And you're just going to have to accept that. Another thing too is if it is meant to be, if it is written in the stars, that person will be feeling you just as much as you're feeling them, and they'll want to go out, they'll want to see you, they'll want to talk with you. And it doesn't matter the role. If you're a man approaching a woman, it could be either or. If you're a man approaching a woman or a woman approaching a man, both genders have the same equal rate of being rejected or accepted. It happens to everybody in their lifetime. It's just part of being social and getting out there. You're going to hit, you're going to miss. You're going to hit, you're going to miss, you're going to hit, you're going to miss. You know what I'm saying? I think this coffee is taking over. Yeah, I'll put this up on the screen and go through it. So he says, mouthpiece, the gift of gab. I don't know exactly what the fuck that means. I'm going to assume it means like gabbing away, yapping. I don't know. Cold approaching. Get over the fear of rejection. The worst thing that can happen is a no. Agree with that. Let her know what you want the same way you would approach a sales clerk when you are looking for a product. Don't agree with that. Or of course, he says, of course, like granted, don't say I want to fuck, just say it more cleverly. Don't agree with that either. The fact that he says of course, meaning granted, kind of like no shit motherfucker, like when he's talking to his audience, don't say I want to fuck, just say it more cleverly. So don't be upfront, be deceptive and hide your agenda. The unfortunate thing is he doesn't understand that he has 20,600 something subs. That's still a decent audience that he's influencing, that is easily influenced, and teaching them to, when you get in a relationship with a woman or someone that you want to date, don't be honest and open with them, which is the number one effective thing to help a relationship survive, which is communication and being open and honest with each other. On TikTok, he has 650,000 people. He's not very far away from 1 million, and that's a bigger audience to influence. And I really hope he understands that when he is influencing this and advocating it on either platform, he is teaching a good group of people who are taking this seriously. If anything, the entire following that he has, and teaching them that when you get in a relationship, it's okay to be deceptive. And to me, that sounds like a domestic abuser, to be quite honest. Because if you think about it, when a domestic abuser gets in a relationship, early on, from the get-go, not 2 days into dating, not a month into dating, the moment they meet the person that they want to date, they are already thinking about being deceptive and hurting this person. They are in this relationship with every intention of hurting this individual. And how they do that is by having a secret agenda, being deceptive, hurtful, everything under the sun. So, of course, don't say I want to fuck, just say it more cleverly. There's so much fucking wrong with that statement. The last one says, stay away from canned pickup lines or trying to be funny if you are not advanced in approaching. Can I just say, in general, stop with the canned pickup lines? I know it may flatter some women, and that's fine. Again, hit or miss. Me personally, I don't want to speak for all of the ladies. I don't like them. They make you come off creepy. They never hit the right way, and you end up creating an automatic awkward atmosphere where a woman's like, oh, thanks. Okay, nice meeting you. Bye. Oh, my number? No, bye. It doesn't help you, babe. It doesn't help you, okay? Just be your fucking self. Don't be coming up like, oh, damn, shawty. You an angel? Because it must have hurt when you fell from heaven. Hey, baby. You must be a keyboard because you're just my type. However the fuck you do the face. I don't know. Just shit like that. Be like, I'm gonna have to put you on my to-do list. Or something stupid like, if you were a pill, I'd overdose. Or kiss me if I'm wrong, but dinosaurs still exist, right? I think I nailed it. All right. The pressure to have to memorize that shit and then shoot it out when you see a lady. Just be yourself, man. That's so fucking exhausting. Is it not? Like, come on. The rest of this video is him just going through each of them and explaining it. I'm gonna go over one last YouTube video of his. The last one I wanna go over is called How to Dominate a Woman into Submission. Click.
You are about to learn how to dominate your woman into submission. That's right. How to dominate your woman into submission. A lot of you guys out there are right now dealing with women or have dealt with women in the past in relationships, situationships, or marriages or whatever, and the woman wasn't cooperative. The woman was a headache. She wasn't submissive, and the situation wasn't fulfilling for you. I'm going to give you 3 ways, 3 tips that you can implement right now, today, to dominate your woman into submission. And I said dominate, not be toxic and abusive. So let's get into this shit. Also, you guys have to understand something, that a relationship isn't really fulfilling. It's not going to be fulfilling if your woman isn't submissive to you. She has to see you as her man. She can't see you as her equal. You know, in today's time, in these feminist times today, you have, this equal. This 50-50, we equal, a man is mine. You cannot allow that, and you cannot tolerate that in your program. You are the man. Now, do you go on a date and say, oh, I'm the man and you're going to follow me? No, you don't communicate this with them verbally, because they're not going to really understand that. And today's women will reject that.
Again, going back to the other video, like a domestic abuser, go into the relationship and be deceptive. Have a secret agenda. Have intentions that you want to carry out without informing or bringing to attention to your partner of what you're trying to do. If she's not listening to you saying to go, I don't know, clean something or take care of something, if she's not listening, he's like, yeah, watch my video. I'm gonna teach you how to make that motherfucker do whatever you want, which is not okay. Because now you're teaching people to have a hidden agenda of doing it. Hold on, I did catch that part where he's like, not toxic or abusive. But here's the problem. It's not toxic or abusive if you're open about it. If you're communicating with somebody, okay? The only way it's toxic or abusive is if you're deliberately hiding what you're trying to do and it's hurting the other person because they're unaware of your intentions, but they're getting like all this kind of pressure from you, right? This is basically where I have the problem with him, where he's like, don't communicate it with them. Don't tell them that you're trying to do it. Just do it. And also don't allow any respect or room for the women in your life. In the relationship with you. He's literally flat out said right there, with everything going on, like hashtag Me Too, all the feminist movements and shit going on today, you can't allow that in your program. We can assume that means you can't allow that within your relationship or your life. And for somebody that's giving out relationship advice, the fact that he refers to a relationship as a program is just fucking weird to me. It's a relationship. It's not a program. These are actual human beings you're giving advice to, and they're literally some literally will take your word for it and follow what you say and will fuck up their relationship and be fucking and I think what cracks me up is he fucking knows, and again, he did say it. Women nowadays will not put up with that shit. Why? Because women nowadays understand that they deserve respect, they have self-worth, and deserve to be treated equally as men do, as men are treated. So yeah, no shit, motherfucker. Anybody who treats their girlfriend like that will end up single within a week or less than that. The woman knows what's good for her in the relationship. But the fact that he tells them to hide it, I think, is what sets these men up for failure. I think he should just encourage them to get into a relationship where they have a partner who wants that. And they exist. They do. There are women out there who would rather have a man take care of everything for her and her stay home and be a stay-at-home mom and clean and cook and be submissive to him. They exist. They're out there. You just need to look for them. And the best way to start doing that is to be open and honest up front about what you want out of your female partner, not to just fucking date anybody and then start treating them like shit. Because then, yeah, you do become toxic and abusive. This is like, ugh. Again, it's science, not his opinions. It's facts. Fucking my ass, bitch. This is straight up your opinions, everything. There is no science behind it. Yeah, anyways, moving on to his TikTok. What the fuck does that mean? In his bio, it says enrollment to how to properly vet women is now open. I don't know what the fuck that means. I bet it's not good. I'm gonna look it up. Yeah, that was a mistake because so many confusing fucking things popped up, so I'm not gonna bother. I think his logic misses more than it hits. There are just tiny milliseconds where I'm like, yes, I agree with that. But then the rest of it is just no. It's not good. Whew. Okay, I'm trying to take deep breaths because I think this coffee is like, whew. Okay. Something I've noticed and I want to point out is that so far on his TikTok, there are women that come across it because the algorithm of his TikTok, of course, and obviously shows up on men's feed, right? Once in a while, I'm sure a woman will come across it because, again, I did not discover him on my TikTok because I've come across his videos from him, but because people have stitched them and basically pointed out where he's wrong, misogynistic, and sexist, and this was done by men and women. And so I think occasionally some women will have his videos on their feed because I see comments of women respectfully replying to his position or the video, whatever it's about, and showing him how he's in the wrong and how it's disrespectful towards women. And his followers not only bash them and come after them and attack them, but he himself initiates it and doesn't give two fucks if his followers come after them. I don't like that. I don't like it in any setting. Cyberbullying is a serious thing. Ganging up on somebody is serious. I don't like it. My opinion throughout this whole video has kind of changed towards the end. You're a fucking bully. I mean, I knew you're sexist and misogynistic from your videos and like phrases you would say. And it's kind of like, yeah, hopefully he changes and his approach of giving advice is better and more realistic and is equal towards both men and women, not just favoring the man and dissing the woman. But no, you're a bully. We live in a world where we can't live in peace. We can't be equal to each other. We can't just be kind and respectful of one another. For some fucking reason, there is still the mentality out there that women are down here and men are up here for some reason. Even though, bitch, unlike you, I can bring life into this world. I can birth souls into this world. I bleed for a week and I'm still walking around and can do 10 times more than you when I'm fucking bleeding. It's been proven more than once that women are the future, just for the obvious reasons, but we can't grasp that. Sorry, I think there's so much stupid coming through my phone right now on his TikTok that I'm literally spacing out, and I have not been grasping a single fucking word. Fucking hell, I'm not gonna waste another second. I'm starting to lose brain cells, man.